All right, now, for more analysis on this, to lay out what's been confirmed, what remains unclear, and what this moment means going forward, we're now joined by a member of Iran's parliament in exile and the National Council of Resistance of Iran, Ali SAFAVI, as well as Professor of Political Science at the Florida Atlantic University, Rabil. But first, Ali, I would like to start with you. Gentlemen, good morning and thank you for joining us, by the way. Ali, exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi spoke yesterday about his plan to return to Iran. Take a listen quickly.
I will return to Iran. I am uniquely positioned to ensure a stable transition. That's not my opinion. That's the verdict delivered loudly and clearly by the people in the face of bullets. Large sections of the army and security forces have already refused to participate in the killing of civilians.
So, Ali, what do you see happening here? Do you think that we will see the Crown Prince return? And then what would that mean for your own return as well?
First of all, good morning to you, Andrew and Sarah. Well, as far as the son of a former dictator is concerned, let me say at the outset that he draws his fame from his father's infamy. And what he said yesterday is like we've seen this movie before. It's not the first time that he's going back to Iran, but the fact is that he's been living in exile for 47 years, has really not done anything on the ground to advance the cause of freedom and democracy in Iran.
So what have you done, sir, as well, if you're in exile as well?
Yes, but the fact is that our movement has an organized, structured network inside Iran. Actually, as we speak, they were very, very active in these protests. We just announced the names of 6 of our people who had been killed during the uprising inside Iran. The people of Iran really, after 47 years of dictatorship, have no appetite for any kind of authoritarian government, and Reza Pahlavi's blueprint.
So what is the alternative then, sir? If it's not Reza Pahlavi to return, yes, what is the alternative?
Well, I think the alternative for Iran will not be determined by foreign leaders, foreign exiles. It will be determined by the Iranian people themselves and the organized resistance that has been fighting this regime for 47 years. Interestingly, yesterday, the Friday prayer leader of Tehran, Ahmad Khatami, when speaking, he said we must execute all MEK people inside Iran. That's a reference to the main Iranian opposition, the Mujahideen Khalq, which actually, as I said, has been very, very active in the 19-day protests that are ongoing. Many of MEK activists inside Iran are among the 3,000 that we've announced have been killed. Thousands of them have already been arrested. So change must come from within, not by exiles sitting in Washington or even by the decisions of foreign leaders. Sure. This has to be organic and indigenous.
Okay.
Robert, bringing you in here on the question of whether or not Reza Pahlavi is some type of transitional figure, what his role would look like, say, if the regime fell. Do you think it's naive to think he can just swoop in and be this transitional figure?
Well, I think he could play a key role in Iran, but I don't think that he's going to be the key leader. There is a big difference, and we have a rich history going back to Iraq when Shalabi and the Iraqi National Congress presented themselves as the key leader, and we supported them. And I support now here President Trump in that he's taken, a wait and see to see, what's going to happen next. He could play a key role. Mujahideen al-Khalq, as the gentleman said, they could play a key role. And you have many. Let's not forget, you have the Kurds, you have the Baluch, you have the Azeri. You have to understand one thing. Iranian society is not a homogeneous society. The Persian makes up 43 to 46%. And you have all other. You have Turks, you have Arabs, you have Turkmen. You have Baluch, really. And those also, they are going to have, all of them, they are going to have mainly a say who's going to be a leader. And it's very important here based on history, and this is why President Trump, and I support him in taking just a wait and see for now. Why? Because there are a lot of questions that remain unanswered in Iran. is the regime is going to fall now or after 1 year or 2 years.
Yeah.
So mainly this is what we are looking at.
Robert,
so let's not put, as a matter of fact, let me say it this way. Let's not put the cart before the horse.
Sure. Robert, let's just stay, though, on the question of President Trump. I mean, members of Iran's government, they're calling for the assassination of President Trump. People were saying this online, saying this time it will not miss the target. So what do you think the White House should do about this? There have been plots against President Trump's life when he was candidate Trump in the campaign season. The White House knows this, and yet you have Gulf leaders, the Israeli leader, calling President Trump saying, hold off on any strikes inside Iran. How do you square that?
All right, I would say something. It's not about hold off. I would say that President Trump is merely looking over what's the best path to move and support the Iranian so as to have a peaceful transition in Iran. This is what I think. And of course, he would like at the same time to prepare himself, you know, if something happened, mainly what kind of strikes in coordination with the Israelis. And this is why the Mossad chief is here.
Yeah, it's remains to be seen on whether or not, you know, Trump's bluffing or whether or not he's crossed his own red line.
Bluffing,
He's
okay. Absolutely, he's not bluffing.
All right. Ali SAFAVI, Professor Rabil, thanks so much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.